The Minnesota Vikings are bullish. A two-game lead in the Central Division thanks to an overtime win over Green Bay and a healthy Ted Brown who had 179 yards for Bud Grant. And Grant has his quarterback situation settled. Steve Dills, the Stanford product, after 3 interceptions against Dallas, has settled down. And the Viking offense is humming, but he'll have a big pass rush from St. Louis. Hannaford's team is talented, but they have found more ways to lose games than any other team maybe in the history of this league. It has been a stumble, fumble, and fall exercise. Even Lomax, fumble. Stump Mitchell, a great player, fumble. Tight end Marsh, after a good catch, fumble. And even when Lomax gets time and executes, and the ball is delivered, Roy Green, the great receiver, drops the football. Lomax, though, his shoulder is well, and he has a dangerous long arm, 7 touchdowns. And Roy Green leads the NFC with 43 catches. The Cardinals have got to win at home. And today, in the stadium here on the Mississippi River, it's the Minnesota Vikings against the St. Louis Cardinals.
CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, the Minnesota Vikings against the St. Louis Cardinals.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Busch Stadium in St. Louis. It's a beautiful day for football. We've got 52 degrees, not much of a breeze, so the kickers can relax and just worry about the hold. And I think we're going to have a good football game here. Only 37,000 showed up in a stadium that seats 51,000, but we did show up. I'm Tom Brookshire, and Charlie Waters, my friend here, used to come into this stadium with the Dallas Cowboys. He played with them for a dozen years. Let's talk about the Hex. Bud Grant's team is 2-5 against the St. Louis Cardinals. Is there such a thing as a Hex in Pro Ball?
Well, I'm sure it doesn't mean anything to the Minnesota team, but to the St. Louis Cardinal team, I'm sure they're paying attention to it. They've won the last 3 outings against Minnesota.
Vikings are being very careful. Are they a team that's for real?
Well, I don't know, Brookie. They're 5-2 or 6-2. This is their best start since 1976. They're not killing anybody. They've won 2 games in overtime. But the thing that they're real good at is they have depth at key positions. Their quarterback position is real good, and their offensive line is real strong at their depth position. Now, the other thing is they're getting turnovers. A lot of turnovers and a lot of sacks.
They're number 1 in the NFL, a plus 17 on that giveaway takeaway thing. On the other side, the St. Louis Cardinals have a lot of talent. Anderson will be back running, but they just have found ways to lose games and dribble it around. It's incredible.
Boy, it's amazing. Just like you said at the top of the show, they are finding all kind of ways to lose ball games. 38% of the points that they've given up this year is directly caused because of turnovers. Today, they can't turn the ball over going against the number 1 team in the league as far as interceptions goes. The other thing is when they get it in scoring position, they've got to be able to kick the field goal. Donahue's coming back from a bad game on Monday night. Stop the run against Minnesota, pressure them into a passing situation, put pressure on Dills, and maybe St. Louis can get some turnovers.
In Olympic bobsledding, our lives depend on our equipment. She's got to hold together under more G-forces than a space shot. The whole team pitches in, because coming down the run, this sled's all we've got.
The Olympics take teamwork, and Budweiser is proud to be part of that team. This Bud's for you.
Where'd you get this price? That's not the weekend rate you promised me.
Of course it is, sir.
No way.
Would I lie?
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive, sir.
Only National guarantees weekend rates. Just $19.95 a day or less for any car up to this Olds Cutlass, guaranteed. And if we don't deliver, you'll get $50 off your next rental. We give you national attention, and that's the truth.
I'm Eddie Muntz. I'm an arms dealer, and I'm going to make the deal of the century.
Bienvenido.
Take a couple of samples, take them home, see if you like them, let me know how many you need, okay?
I don't want to be a part of that anymore, Ed.
Where have all the good salesmen gone?
Order forms are in the catalog, gentlemen. I hope we can do business together.
Chevy Chase, Sigourney Weaver, and Gregory Hines are going to make the deal of the century.
Hey, we're not out to stick it to anybody.
Rated PG starts Friday, November 4th. Check newspapers.
Mike McCabe ran his first long-distance race. He didn't finish first, but he sure did finish. Looks like a stroll-light night.
Looks like a stroll-light night. Looks like a stroll-light night. When things are going right, looks like the Stroh-Lite night.
Stroh-Lite, a great tasting beer that doesn't fill you up.
Hey, that's me, guys. Looks like the Stroh-Lite night when good times come along.
Dills is in there at quarterback. Ted Brown, when he's healthy, they're a different football team. Darren Nelson now really making people realize he's a #1 pick. Sammy White, Sam McCullum, 2 veteran receivers and good ones. Riley, Huff, Swilly, Hamilton, Irwin, they are big and they can pass block. And Dave Casper weighs 240 at tight end. This is the defense for St. Louis. Bubba Baker, Galloway, who's become a good pass rusher, Elo Grooms, who's still limping a little bit, but an excellent man working in there. Charlie Baker, E.J. Jr. inside. He had 12 tackles on Monday night against the Giants. And Bob Harris, the secondary man who's becoming a very good weak side linebacker. Washington in there as the starter, Wayne Smith, and Nelson and Benny Perrin. They lead the team in tackles, and that is not good.
They're second in the NFC defensively. They've got a strong defensive team and had a great outing Monday night. And it's pressure on that quarterback there.
The numbers on Steve Dills. Remember, 3 of those INTs came against Dallas when they went nickel on him. Here comes the blitz. Dills throwing now, sidearming, and gets the completion to Casper. But it's going to be short of the first down, I believe.
And there's more empty seats here than there are people sitting. Looks to me like.
We got a guy across from the stadium that's trying to, he's a human fly. They call him Blue Fly, and he's climbing that building, the Equitable building over there. They had more people out watching him on the street than we probably got in the stadium right now. He's almost to the top now, and we'll show you that shot maybe later on when we get a chance to. There he is. He's got suction cups, and the cops are waiting to give him a violation of some sort when it gets to the top. But we're told he has a parachute, and he's going to bail into the street.
St. Louis fans are out there booing him.
It's tough when you're losing. 2-5-1. They played 75 minutes on Monday night, and the Giants staggered back the Meadowlands, and the Cardinals didn't get a win either. They had a million chances to win it. I thought New York was trying to roll over and almost let them have the game in the fourth quarter.
In the NFL.
Here's the offense. Lomax, Wayne Morris, a good blocking fullback. Otis Anderson, Roy Green, and Tilley, excellent receivers. Excellent speed and great pattern runners there. The offensive line, it's been different, but right now this is the way it shapes up. Lewis Sharp, Terry Steve is back. Randy Clark at center. Audick is in there in place of Bostic. That hurts him. And of course, Tootie Robbins at right tackle. The tight end is Marsh.
First start for Audick.
The draw play, Anderson gets a hole, and that'll slow down your pass rush. Charlie Johnson, the nose tackle, made the tackle, but Minnesota defense, they are no longer a finesse defense. They come at you. Doug Martin, Charlie Johnson, of course, on the early downs and the running downs, and Elshire. Martin and Elshire have 8 sacks between them. Neither. Third down and call it 3. Lomax in the shotgun. Inside handoff. Number 39, Willie Harrell. The strength of the defense, I personally think the defensive line is now. But Blair, Studwell, Dennis Johnson, and McNeil, they've played a lot together.
We'll get back to that later about how he's drafted here at Minnesota and how he's fitting into this program.
They took him in front of Marcus Allen. I still think it's going to turn out to be a good one. Quick pass, caught by Brown, and the first down. The first down is by the Vikings. Bob Harris getting a ride there. And that stops the twisting and stunning defense if you run at him a little bit, too. Oh, it's a pass, though. Everybody's out of the backfield. Good protection for Dills, and he intercepted at the 47-yard line. Lionel Washington comes up with it and takes the ball with him. Intended for Sammy White. The ball was thrown high and away.
In pressure and Dills, he waits too late to deliver this ball. It's a good close and a good recovery by Lionel Washington. This is his first start at corner, replacing Ray Griffin, who had an injured arm last week.
With all the tough news of last week, I know it's been difficult for all of us, but Blue Fly up there has just unveiled a big American flag. And we'd like for you to sit at home and sort of escape, if you would, from the realities of things that are happening around the globe and just enjoy a game. And it's simply a damn football game as far as I'm concerned. We wish everybody the best. Fly with that flag up there.
We thought it was a parachute.
That's it. He's going to get arrested as soon as he gets to the top. We may pay his fine. Lomax now in Viking territory. Drive to Anderson, number 32. Oh, he's some back. When he's healthy, he's as good as any of them. To the 36. Willie Teal from the secondary to make that tackle.
And you see him run right through the tackle here of Duck White, 72. Trying to string, just runs right through him, and Duck White's a big, strong man. You know, and he's under a lot of criticism here in St. Louis.
And Anderson, he is Mr. Explosion, though. There's the drive pass action play. Lomax on the outside to Marsh. Finally forced out of bounds at around the 16-yard line. Turner and Teal sort of stood back like they couldn't believe it. A couple weeks ago and still wouldn't talk.
When your big back is getting yards on the ground, you can run a play action pass and try to hold the linebackers, and that's what they did there, and they cleared the route for Marsh coming across the field. Doug Marsh is having a good year. They're throwing more to the tight end, and I believe you've got to throw the tight end. And
a first down play now as the Cardinals drive deep early in this first period. The toss back to Anderson, cuts inside, makes a move and gets inside the 10 to about the 7. Turner making another tackle.
Sets a great example for their team.
Second down and 6. Lomax dancing now, beginning to move around. He has a lot of time. Touchdown. Pat Kelly. I thought the crowd was painted. That's the first animation we've had of it.
Yeah, sir, that was good. You see, Lomax is looking left. It's credit the offensive line protecting, and a lot of poise in the pocket by Lomax. And he rifles that ball in there. Nice play.
You'll take him any way you can get him, right? Lomax to Tilley, and O'Donohue kicked the extra point. 7-0. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Down by 7.
5-step drop by Dills outside, caught and then fumbled out of bounds, and they're going to call it good. No, they're going to call it. Oh, Washington belted the receiver, McCullum.
Ankle injury. Let's see if he does snag it. He looks like he has it there. 2 feet in bounds, but he was being hit by the defender.
That's right. Would he have come down inbounds if he hadn't have been hit?
It's a Judge defensive back too, huh?
That's right. 3rd down and 8. Sure looked good to me. Brown's in motion, and Dills is under attack. The blitz got him. He fumbles the football. I believe Ricky Young came up with the football, but Curtis Greer knifed through from the right defensive end spot, and the blitz was on.
You can see Bob Harris, 50, coming in there. He's the first one that flushes him. And the fumble was caused by Groom, 78. His defense is strong.
They look like they're hot on offense, too. This may be a St. Louis day. Here's a good spiraling kick. Taken by Farrell. Farrell gets a hole and gets to midfield. And the crowd suddenly warms to their St. Louis team. There are no boos here right now. Guard or what? Likes to play. The 49-yard line, call it. 3-step quick drop by Lomax out to Roy Green. Green to the 45-yard line. John Turner stopping him there. Green had 100 yards worth of catches. Those look like they've got themselves together. Toss back to Anderson. Anderson stacked up at the 43. Good defensive pursuit by the Vikings. They're having a tough year, 2-5-1. They need something at home. Marsh is in motion, the tight end. Lomax, now he's pumping. Now he's going deep. He's got an open receiver, Marsh. Marsh is tackled at the 4.
He's doing things. He's reading well. The safeties are kicking back in both sides of the field. He's looking right, and he reads the coverage. He wants to go that way, and then he sees Marsh down the middle. A lot of time to throw the ball, and a great read by Lomax. Now see, there's no that safety coming in right there. Turner, his responsibility is for the deep half.
For Marsh this season, and a big one. Handoff to Stump Mitchell. Stump inside. Stump Mitchell, touchdown. Downhill at you.
Yeah, when he gets the ball, he's moving at full speed, they say. Little pull and play to the outside. You'll see Steve, 68, he makes a key block. You can't see him on the play, but watch this second effort by Stump Mitchell. He's down, he scrambles. Boy, he's got a big heart.
Team left in the first period. A shocker. It's not over, though. St. Louis leads Minnesota 14-0.
Nearly 4 hours. That's how long it took us to paint this room with a roller. Then we painted it in less than 1 hour with the new Wagner Power Roller. A living room that took nearly 7 hours. The Wagner Power Roller finished in less than 3. The Power Roller pumps paint straight from the can to the roller or to any of several optional accessories. Why waste your time painting a pan when you could be painting your walls instead? The Wagner Power Roller, the right tool for painting.
And has short drives for St. Louis.
Dills heading off to Darren Nelson. Darren Nelson in a real hurry. Great tackle. Great tackle by E.J. Jr. coming from the middle linebacking spot.
The interceptions and the fumbles is what causes that statistic to be off balance.
And where they happen sometimes. Dills to Darren Nelson. Nelson getting good blocks. Darren Nelson slides to midfield. Lionel Washington tripped him up, but Nelson almost went coast to coast.
They passed up Marcus Allen so they could get this guy right here, number 20. Darren Nelson.
And he was hurt a lot last year, in all fairness. He got sprains and different things.
Oh, yeah, it was a strange year, and of course he doesn't really like that area up there. He said it's a lot different than California.
You can't do that without being with the right program. Here comes Brown on a misdirection play that fools nobody. The Cardinals are swarming. A loss of 2. Detroit. Here he comes, and here goes Dills back to throw. The blitz is on, and they've got it. Good pass rush by Galloway.
50, Bob Harris coming in on the blitz. That leaves Dave Galloway one-on-one, and boy, he sacks Dills.
Stood by the Cardinals, and they're coming again. It's 3rd and a lot. 3rd and 20. The screen pass out in the flat. That's Brown. Back to midfield, about where they started, and Galloway making a good tackle, chasing the play down from behind, and Brown's hurt. Blair is hobbling off, but he'll be back. He has been for years. The end of the first quarter. The score, St. Louis 14, Minnesota nothing. And the Cardinals can't believe it. They're being cheered at home.
Shotgun Rapids, Idaho, and Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The shotgun means white water at its best, and Milwaukee means beer. Cold, crisp, old Milwaukee beer, and smooth, golden old Milwaukee Light.
And old Milwaukee.
And old Milwaukee Light.
Taste as great as their name.
You know, guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
Hey, OJ, I know people go to Hertz for terrific service. But off the record, where do you go for a terrific price? Hertz. Come on, you can level with me.
Arnie, Hertz prices are lower than you think. And now with their new low daily economy fares, their prices are competitive with anybody's.
Anybody's?
You got it, Arnie.
I wish I could say the same for you, OJ.
Hertz, the #1 way to rent a car.
A Christmas gift from Radio Shack.
We got this TRS-80 Color Computer 2 on sale. Only $159.95. Instant loading program packs make it
a game arcade,
a home manager,
an educational center, and we're learning to program.
It has a typewriter quality keyboard, and it's expandable.
Radio Shack has a Christmas sale we can all enjoy.
The TRS-80 Color Computer 2, $159.95, only at Radio Shack, where color computing starts as low as $79.95.
Wednesday, this reporter takes pictures of a crooked senator and a world-class embezzler.
And now he's dead.
And Farley and Jeremy are next on the hit list. Whiz Kids, Wednesday.
Dills, long collie. Gotta be careful. There's Darren Nelson out to the 10-yard line almost. E.J. Jr. stacks him up there. And this is that possession thing, and they do lead the league in turnovers. They give up. Dills, he's got time. Nelson to the 29. Tackle there by Lee Nelson. Nelson. A guy named Elway.
A lot of great quarterbacks from the West Coast.
And they run a pro-type offense. Oh, he is really hit. Darren Nelson is met head-on by E.J. Jr., and you can hear it pop all the way up here in the booth. 2nd down at 5. Dills from the eye. Play action. He's being rushed. He gets rushed, but he gets it off to Casper. And the big fella drags into St. Louis territory. And he takes Lee Nelson with him. What an acquisition to pick up Archie Manning and Casper before the season from Houston for a 2nd and 4th round draft choice. I'll tell you, E.J. in the middle is a different football player. He can get to both sides of the field, and he's very, very fast. 2nd down and 10. Dills. He dumps it over to Nelson. Nelson gets a little shielding block by Casper and gets the 1st down. Minneapolis, they'll bring it in for him. You can order it. First down and 10. Dill's quickly back now, being rushed. Gets the pass off. Good catch. Sam McCullum on the inside hook sort of died in there and made a good catch in front of Wayne Smith.
See, Bob Harris is sucked out to the outside. Good timing on the route.
They roughed the passer. I believe that somebody came in there late. I believe Harris hit the...
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 60. Defense, first down.
Correction, Bubba Baker, number 60. And he is known for hitting the quarterback a trifle late. Assistant head coach. He's more than just a defensive coach. He's in control of that defense. Second down and 9. Dills. Knocked away. Knocked away by Lee Nelson. Third down. This is a big play in the ball game right here. Third down and 9. From the 11. Dills quickly throwing. Great catch. Great diving catch by Sammy White at about the 2-yard line. And the ball was thrown just about the only place that White could have caught it.
That's a ton.
You got a ton on both sides right now. Scores a touchdown. A big move by the Vikings as they took it in. Good drive. It's a good series, isn't it? Philadelphia, Dallas.
No, it really is. I was really surprised that Dallas beat Philadelphia so bad. It looks like they can play on defense or offense, and then they'll stick them on special teams. But Bud Grant's got a different philosophy.
Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. You're looking at the Minnesota coach for 16 years. You take it home with you, even in the off-season these days. Inside drive, Morris, a former SMU Mustang, gets almost to the 30-yard line as Doug Martin straightens him up there. Of course, if you're going to be weak someplace, I'd rather see people run on me a little bit, wouldn't you? Here's the pass out in the flat. Roy Green with a blocker. In a hurry, gets to the 43-yard line.
Here's old Lomax. Watch how quickly he gets rid of this ball. All-out blitz, gets it out there, and he's got a lead blocker out there, Louis Sharp. If Louis Sharp could have blocked Willie Teal, big play.
He's really become successful now. He's going to make some money playing offense. First down and 10. Quick drop, Lomax to Tilley, steps out just into Minnesota territory.
Drop a quick out route.
And the Vikings are a good sack team, one of the best in football, but Lomax right now is in control. Second down and 2. Here's the toss back to Anderson. It's close to the sticks. Stacked up there by McNeil with a hard tackle.
Now, that sounds kind of strange. Everybody should go for the guy that fits their system, but that's not the way a lot of teams draft. They'll draft just good football players and alter their system around the players, but not in Minnesota. Varieties of fish, if they can name 27 of them, they get to be drafted early in the first round. Oh, that's not really true.
I'm sure it is. Third down and inches. Short yardage with 3 tight ends in there. Oh, the quarterback tries it, and I don't believe he got anything. Lomax tried to go off the left side behind Louis Sharp. Good pattern runner. Obtained from San Francisco. Throw out in the flat. Marsh takes it on a 1 knee. Drives over for the first down to the 36-yard line. Tommy Hannon really hit him, but number 80 got it.
I like it.
But second period right now belongs to St. Louis a little bit. Lomax with a lot of time going deep for Schumann, and Schumann has it. No, it's knocked away. Good play defensively by Rufus Bess, who just stayed with it long enough to get it out of Schumann's hands.
And strip him out. Let's see. Blitz by Minnesota, man-to-man coverage. Got to protect to the post. Always protect the post route. There's Schumann. Good clean play by Bess.
Great play by Rufus Bess.
Yes.
But they win the close ones. Third down and 6. Lomax dumping and dropped by Schumann. Schumann was checking out the opponent and dropped the ball to 30. All we remember is that in overtime he missed 3 of them.
All the Bluebirds are out now.
This one is coming from the 42-yard line, so it'll be a 52-yard attempt.
What did he say? I learned a lot about who my friends were after last week's ball game. He's got a lot of friends right now.
Wow, a 52-yarder. You better believe it, Irish. Minnesota trailing St. Louis, but a long way to the wire in this game. Oh, good-looking fake by Dills. He gets the ball to Nelson. Good ball handling by the quarterback. Made the play look rather easy. Mentioned earlier, it is just a good football game. When the final gun sounds, we'll all just go home and enjoy it. Well, White's in motion. Dills getting rushed, but he intercepted. It's Perrin. Benny Perrin came from the far side. And is hooked by the face mask. Gets inside the 35, and he'll get a penalty. And the Cardinals have used the turnover against Minnesota. Time. Right now, we've got 1:50, and the Cardinals are on the move. Anderson. Straightened up by Studwell, and then carries Studwell inside the 25. The flags are down again. Offensive holding. They've got one timeout left. The Cardinals have used two. Here comes the rush. Lomax dancing, being chased out of there by Duck White. The flags are down, and he unloads it in. Tilly gets hit hard again, ridden to the ground by Rufus Bess, who is just plaguing number 83.
Last week against Green Bay.
Six-pack sometimes, huh? What do you call a dime?
Holding, number 61, offense, second down.
10 deep.
And, you know, he really hasn't been playing much. He's just getting experience, and he looks like he's going to be a dandy. Here he's moving in the pocket and rifles it across the middle. Caught. Across the middle, a great catch by Kenny Thompson.
Well, they have a shot for the first down now.
Minnesota with 19 sacks, one of the best. Can't quite get to Lomax today. Lomax unloaded. That's a waste pitch. Nobody really in the area, so between the 30 and 39. Perrin gets it down. Oh, he may go for the hat trick today. He's breathing again, folks. He's got a lot of friends today. Good defensive ball club.
He's a confident young man.
Steve Dills, his counterpart. Drilling out to Brown, who gets away from a tackler. Oh, and gets bent over backwards at the 44.
He's a hitter, and that's the reason why he's in there. So they didn't like what Cedric Mack was doing on the outside.
20 seconds left. They've got 3 timeouts, but the Vikes have not used them yet. They will now. E.J. Jr. tackling Ted Brown. Vikes still have 2 timeouts left.
Number 1.
He's off today as far as interceptions are concerned.
The ball is on the 46. 14 seconds left before the half. Dills pressured, hits Sammy White at the 35-yard line. Benny Perrin was trailing him there. Sammy gets inside the 30 to the 29. 10 now, 1 timeout left. 7 seconds left. Dills throwing out of the pocket. Oh, Ted Brown is really nailed at the 21-yard line. Sort of a straightaway sideway kicker. I don't know how to explain that.
Well, he doesn't have that sharper angle when he comes in and kicks. You'll see when he lines up that he doesn't walk back and then move back over to the left very far. He's just kind of just not. He's almost directly behind. He looks like he's a straight ahead kicker.
Yeah, he's pretty much right behind Dills. The hole is down. Boy, that's dead solid straight.
He's very accurate, hitting 90%.
Up in a hurry, huh? 39-yarder by Benny Ricardo, right at the gun. We'll be back in just a moment. It's St. Louis 20, Minnesota 10.
For the past 2 years, I've been telling you, with some interruptions, that an independent test for Best Color Picture, the Sylvania Superset beat RCA, Zenith, and Sony. Well, this year we again asked over 1,000 people which TV had the best overall color picture, and more of them picked the 19-inch Sylvania Superset over RCA and Zenith, and Sony too.
何ですか? こんなですか? Sylvania beats Sony again? どうして? 別会でしょ?
When IBM personal computer owners look for good software, where can they turn? To IBM for programs that help you keep up with modern times. Business programs, entertainment, productivity, education, and more. The variety you want with the quality you expect in the growing library of IBM personal computer software. A well-balanced selection at a store near you.
From the land of sky blue waters, from the land With pines, lofty blossoms, here comes the beer refreshing.
The bear's taking off, and so will your party when you open up an ice-cold ham. So for you light beer drinkers, Ham's Special Light. Happy landing!
Ham's the beer refreshing. Ham's the beer refreshing. Ham's.
Last season, Pittsburgh was undefeated and #1 until they met Notre Dame. Now the Panthers want revenge, plus other regional games. NCAA football next Saturday on CBS Sports.
Way of doing business, huh?
Yeah, that be able to take a look.
25 yards rushing. You can see that Minnesota has 68 for Anderson and the Cardinals. About even in passing. And those turnovers, as you mentioned, Charlie, that's about it, huh?
That's the biggest difference. And St. Louis has been able to cash in on the turnovers and the good field position that they've had in the first half. But as you said, Brookie, that halftime, going in at halftime with a field goal with nothing left, no time left on the clock, boy, that's a good indication of what things could become in this. Got a great, #1 has a great future here.
Boy, that's expensive kick coverage. 1st and 10 toss back to Anderson. Gets a good block on the outside and storms out for 5 yards. Flags are down. Got to be careful. The Vikes will be after him like a T-bone steak. Lomax throwing for the outside. Tilley, he makes the catch and steps out. The Vikings say so on that side of the field, but Tilley says, look, my print's right there.
Timer with Mel Gray puts him in the spotlight. Look at the poise that Lomax has in the pocket and gets hit just as he releases. Does he keep both feet in bounds?
Did he get 2 down? He claimed he did. The amazing thing was that he had a big throw by Lomax under a lot of pressure. Anderson running weak side, spins back inside to the 40. Almost the 40, let's call it the 39. 4th quarter against the Giants on Monday night. This is Anderson behind Steve's block, breaks out, look out. Anderson's trying to get to the end zone. He's pulled out from behind at the 14-yard line by Willie Teal.
On this play to the outside. They open the hole up for him. Both Dan Audick and Terry Steve are pulling, and poor tackling by the Minnesota Vikings, but boy, when you have a big train like that coming at you, you try to figure out some other way to tackle him besides hitting him in the mouth.
Anderson.
Something to reckon with.
The shotgun on 3rd and 8. Lomax being rushed and throws it to Tilley, who catches it at the 9-yard line. Turner was there, and I don't know how Tilley caught it. 17, so it's 27-yard attempt. Oh, there's a fake inside shuttle play inside the 5-yard line.
Dave Aarons carried the ball like a fullback.
Pretty good little lateral play by Perrin. But the Vikings are tough late in this game. Lomax. Roy Green. Aarons.
It was 4th and 3. You'll see Aarons on the right-hand side of your screen. He's got his hands on his knees. The ball will be snapped back to Benny Perrin. He'll lateral the ball up. And Willie Teal, who's rushing the punter, thinks that he has no idea. Well, that's John Turner that runs right by.
And actually, the Vikings being a very good field goal blocking, break out in a rash. Toss back to Darren Nelson. Nelson spins to the 46 and gets dumped right out of bounds, right at Hannafin's feet. And they stun a lot, which is supposed to be a gamble, but if you got good people doing it, it works. 1st and 10 call. Misdirection, fake. A sack back to the 40-yard line. Curtis Greer. Call it 16. Hills throws a bad pass as Curtis Greer got the quarterback's attention. Capice is just kicking him right to glory. 3rd down and 6. High snap, but Lomax handles it. Oh, ad-lib. Anderson to the 45-yard line. I tell you, Neil Lomax looks like a quarterback today.
Boy, he really is showing a lot of poise.
Secondary comes up for the Vikings. Wow, Studwell took the numbers of Anderson and put him away and then helped him up. Motion man stays in the block. Lomax being chased, gets away. Oh, good pass. Anderson at the 48-yard line. Studwell making another tackle. Quarterback, but they're blocking pretty well. Lomax dancing, but sets down. Roy Green overthrown, and the flags come down. The 22-yard line. Rufus Best was there, but he might have been on his back.
Rufus Best has got Green man-to-man on the corner route.
It's the slowest pass I've ever seen.
Ball's got helium in it.
There. Rufus Best hanging on.
I couldn't tell whether he was hanging on or not.
Anyway, it's a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. They're going for more. Inside handoff. There's Morris. Wayne Morris gallops to the 12-yard line. 2nd down and inches. Anderson tackled hard at the 10-yard line by Studwell. They're having quite a duel.
Who likes to get hit?
Oh, I always liked it. Maybe that's strange, but Anderson sweeping the left side. It's going to score a touchdown. Touchdowns close to that goal line.
Wayne Morris went in motion, and he's in motion so he can get a good block to the outside. And watch this great block on 37 Willie Teal, and that's what makes that great running back so much greater, is that great block. And I tell you, Wayne Morris is a super blocker.
In the 3rd period, the Cardinals are running up the scoreboard. It's 34-10. He has some career at Nebraska. They've got one in there now that can play. That young man, what's his name, Rozier? 225 pounds that can run hard and fast. That may have been the last play of the 3rd period. No? Okay. Jim Hannafin wants to check it out too. It's 34-10, I know that. At home are laying it on the Vikings. Dills throwing. Nelson gets away from the tackler, but now the pursuit gets him. Good defensive play. Bubba Baker came back, and Benny Perrin, and
yards in college.
You mean running back punts, kickoffs, everything,
running back punts, kickoffs, receiving, running.
With the closing seconds of the 3rd period, Dills throws it to Brown, who juggles it but keeps it. Teddy Brown breaks out and then tries to lateral to Sammy White. Now the flags are down at midfield. How to pick that flag up and put it away, or eating it.
Of course, this is good poise by Dills to get it out there to Brown. And the ball's kind of stripped a little bit right there.
That's
by
right.
Lee Nelson. He laterals it to himself.
That's some play. Bud Grant may.
I wasn't drafted till the 7th round. They don't even know my name.
Bring out your best.
The best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it. Budweiser Light.
Bring out your best. Budweiser Light. Bring out your best. Budweiser Light. Bring out your best.
The best.
Croder, huh?
It has a taste all its own. Enjoy it.
Budweiser Light.
This bartender's the next big league pitcher and loves to serve fire-brewed Strohs. See what I mean? That was his fastball. That was the curve. Look out. Wild pitch.
What was that?
Relief pitcher.
From one beer lover to another Strohs.
I thought Canon came up with personal cartridge copying just to simplify my business. Why else would they make maintenance as easy as changing a cartridge? But now, Canon's PC-10 and PC-20 are minding everyone's business. Even my dentist has one. He changes copy colors faster than you can say, Canon's PC copiers. Now they're minding everyone's business. Hey, these are mine.
Oh. We'll use gas. For information, call toll-free. Canon Personal Cartridge Copying. Plain and simple.
Ain't room but for one mean reputation around here.
For 6 hours in November. Chiefs on CBS.
Brown's in motion. Good blocking this time. Dill's going wide open. Is number 84, Sam McCullum. Somebody blew an assignment. Sammy McCullum looked around like something must be wrong. I can't be this open.
But Dill sure saw it. Either somebody fell down or just forgot to cover him. How can you forget to cover a guy? It's a wide receiver. I didn't see any red shirts on the turf. I think it's just a missed assignment.
And Jim Hannafin will have a few creases on his forehead. A lot of time left, 14:45, and it's 34-17. Bet you Sam's happy.
Stump Mitchell's doing great as a backup, but I mean, you got a great one that's in there.
Second down and almost 6. Handoff to Anderson, who looks to me like he's running pretty hard. Charlie Johnson hanging on there. He's short of the first down, Anderson. 13 minutes and 8 seconds left. Morris for the first down. 12 playoffs. 11 times they've won the Central Division since '68. That is some record. Here's Love going to the outside and getting about 5.5 yards. Let's stand everybody up and let's run at them. Second down and 4. That can take the wind out of your sails too, and they take that ball and stuff it right down your throat. Great handoff. Love goes back against the grain and fumbles the football. There's a fight for it, and that's what the Vikings were looking for. Let's see. I see the purple people pointing the other way, and so are the officials. Now you'll see the worry on Hannafin's face a little bit. The 14th fumble lost by the Cardinals this year.
You see Walker Lee Ashley, number 58. He's the linebacker that's the deepest one. Watch him get hit, first of all, by Terry Steve. Come off this block and combine with and crash into Randy Love that caused the fumble and scrambles after it and recovers it himself.
When they want to trail, Tampa Bay
could win their first.
4 field goals by Capice. He may win an award in Tampa Bay. There's the throw as Casper takes it. Somehow the ball found its way through there, but that wasn't thrown very sharply either. And Greer and block him, don't you?
Well, Greer is Bubba Baker's supposed to be containing the outside. This is a moving pocket. It's playing this way, and Dills is under siege. He throws a nice pass right here, and we haven't heard much from Casper. That is a real nice pass under pressure.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he had been chased around. Curtis Greer was 10.5 minutes left.
Just the best field position they had the whole ball game.
A late draw by Brown, who gets away from Parrott, and Brown's going to get to the 1-yard line. A lot of time left. E.J. Jr. stopping 23 as he was steaming toward the end zone.
They call him T-Bone.
Boy, I like his attitude.
Boy, he turns it upfield. Look at that blocking downfield right there by McCullum. I like that. Yep. Number 84.
He stayed with him, didn't he?
Boy, that's great running, though. Great seat.
First and goal from the 2. 3 tight ends, including Huffman. And the pass play, Brewer takes the touchdown. And look out, the local fans are beginning to get restless.
John Robinson must be a heck of a coach.
He's a good coach, good guy too.
You're going to hear a lot about him. He and Shula going head to head today.
Right here on the Mississippi River, we got a good game. The Cardinals must keep the ball now for a while. Anderson breaks out and slides to the 39. 9.5 minutes left in the game. The toss back to Anderson. He is pulled down for a loss back at the 30-yard line. They're in there.
You know, with a 14-point lead, you wouldn't think.
Want to throw a deep pass to Roy Green. Green gets the ball. Great over-the-shoulder catch. He makes it to the 18-yard line. And a beautiful pass by Lomax. Those tough ones. 1st and 10. Lomax intercepted in the end zone, and he's running it back out. That's John Swain. He's mugged at the 5.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 79. Number 79 also unsportsmanlike conduct. First and goal.
Yeah, right.
Second down and goal, the ball on the 6. The game could be over if the Cardinals could push it in. That's what they're thinking. Here's the fake. Lomax going to run with it. He doesn't want to throw it. Yes, he does. Touchdown. Roy Green. Roy Green made the catch. His second touchdown.
You'll see he does have protection. The guards are pulling to the other way, but he has a Morris 24 out there in front of him to protect him, and he waits for the defensive man to commit and tosses a little shot put into the end zone for a touchdown to Roy Green.
Kinds of plays here. It's 41-24, 6:27 left. Roy gets his second for 2 touchdowns. The 2-yard line, that's Darren Nelson. That's who you want to have the ball. Darren Nelson cutting back inside and pulled down by Curtis Greer, I believe.
We're not going all the way. All-purpose yards. Can do it all. He turns it up. Great blocking. A 50-yard return by Darren Nelson.
He hasn't had a touchdown returning the kick yet this year, but I have a feeling every time he touches one that it's just 15 left, as you saw on the screen. Dills dumps it over. Ted Brown inside the 40 to the 37. E.J. Jr. collared him there. They're trying to. Dills outside. Brewer inside the 30. Defense in there in time, maybe won't it? Dills dumping it over to the 26-yard line. Ted Brown. Boy, I like it. Inside draw play. Brown to the 23-yard line. They still have their 3, and they don't want to use any in that last drive. They may need that. Brewer tackled hard at the 23-yard line by Junior. And I mean clamped.
Onside kick, and that's the reason why they're doing it.
Dill's back now, trying to get one, going across the middle. Brown is jumped, and now he's being sort of wrestled, and he is not happy.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 54. First down.
E.J. Jr. getting the touchdown. Brown on the outside. Ted Brown heading for the flag. Oh, he's knocked out at the 5-yard line. Lionel Washington.
Making a huddle on this play, so let's see what happens.
Second down. And 4. Dills. Touchdown to Sammy White. Game's not over, folks.
Well, they sure made that drive look easy, didn't they?
That's right. Only called a huddle one time. We got a slight altercation at about the 5-yard line.
It's an all-out blitz. You see 50 Bob Harris coming in. Dills reads it. One-on-one coverage right there on Sammy White. Lee Nelson had him. Touchdown.
14 seconds. Can you sit on the football and steal the game? That's what St. Louis is thinking.
Back in '69, Subaru was pretty much alone in introducing front-wheel drive. In '75, with on-demand 4-wheel drive, we were alone. And now with turbo traction, turbo plus on-demand 4-wheel drive and automatic transmission, we're alone again. And we don't plan to be part of the crowd in the future either. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way.
Make sure you catch a good game. Ricardo now is trying to instruct the troops as to where he's going to dump this ball. And the Cardinals are anticipating an onside. A
conventional onside.
Ricardo, a good bouncy job, and is taken at the 45-yard line by Lionel Washington. And there is a fight for the football. Is he anticipating something like that, huh?
Yeah, he kicked the knuckleball the last time.
Ball at the 46-yard line. Lomax throwing. Tilley takes it and gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
It's called against St. Louis.
Vince Tootie's doing a pretty good job, isn't he?
Really has done a good job against the rush.
Third down. And 15. Here's the shotgun. The blitz is on. Lomax fumbles the ball. The Vikings recovered the football. To the quarterback.
All out blitz. 55 Studwell coming in the middle. And that's 47 Joey Browner, the #1 draft choice. We said they bring him in the nickel situation.
And the Vikings are on the 42-yard line going in. The toss back to Brown. It's a reverse. Nelson is tackled back to the 45 by Elo Grooms. 13 seconds left. 3 timeouts remaining for Minnesota. Dills outside. Sam McCullum. No catch. OB. You might as well stand up at home too. Shotgun. Intercepted by Billy Perrin at the 7-yard line. Are all the teams they've played already, and they've got a tough schedule down the road. It just, I always wondered how the commissioner's office handled that. Here's the toss back to Anderson. There was a movement, illegal movement on the offensive line by maybe Duck White, number 72, and the big fella threw the flag 30 yards.
Defense, offside.
Offsides. I'm running out of names very quickly on that.
You're fast.
Not a very long list, was it? 2nd down and 10. Toss back to Anderson. Anderson over the top to the 26-yard line. Tough schedule. They play the Super Bowl champions next week. I formation, 3rd down and 3, 1:21 left. And the Vikings are out. Uh-oh. You know who that is, don't you? That is Doug Martin. There's the storm. This is Tom Brookshire for Charlie Waters, saying we hope you enjoyed the game. St. Louis 41-31 over Minnesota. CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League will continue after this word from your local station.